I have listened in other areas of Kenya, especially Kasipul and the others, where we have had violence and even maiming of citizens. But in Bereno, the campaigns have been quite peaceful. But it's a shock when we see sort of fear mongering coming from government and police being brought here, like there is an Al-Shabaab war that is almost coming here. Areas we have had a very peaceful campaign. So it begs the question, who is scared of this election? First is to confirm that the people of Bereno are very peaceful. I have been here campaigning for Newton Ndwiga, aka Karish, Mwana wa Mumbere, and I can confirm that there is peace and people are actually excited to participate in elections. But I want to give confidence to the people of Bereno to show up in large numbers. Show up. We know there are people who have been brought, Mungiki, and of course all sorts of people have been all over. In Manyata constituency, not in Bereno. The hotels in Manyata are full of people we don't know. And we have seen the likes of Ishumwa, who are well-known people with connections to Mungiki, trying to control this election. But I want to confirm that we are going to have a peaceful election, whether the government likes it or not. The election is going to be peaceful. We are going to make sure that people of Mbeere North get a chance to choose their own without any interference, either from plainclothes police that apparently are needed here for no apparent reason, or any goons, either sponsored by the state or sponsored by politicians. But just to answer my friend Cecily Mbarire, because she has always been a rumor monger, what we have seen from her is a desperate attempt coming out as a desperation, like she has a gun on her head, that if this election go the other way, is going to be chaotic for her. But we want to confirm that we are going to keep peace. On behalf of the people that have been there in Mbeere North, we are going to have peaceful election. And if there is anything that is coming as violence, it's not going to come from the United Opposition. But I have an assurance of people of Mbeere that any person, any group that comes to interrupt election, it will be neutralized and the election are going to go on. And that is the confirmation that I can have. Maybe our boss here, maybe want to.
Thank you. Yes, very well. Thank you. What I want you to tell us is, now that there is this blame game from government, it says you guys have goons tomorrow. You yesterday indicated that by the virtue of police officers coming in civilian, it was providing room also for goons to come in. From what you are picking, there's bound to be some restlessness tomorrow, from whichever side. What commitment are you putting, one, as a DP party leader, to ensure that, one, from your side there will be no violence, and two, to ensure, because there's only one agent, I think, per polling station, to ensure in case there is an attempt to stop voting from whichever polling station, then that you're able to stand and resist that attempt?
Thank you for those many questions wrapped up with one. First and foremost, I wish to confirm, as Honorable Mukunji has stated, that we've been around campaigning for our candidates. If we were violent people, I'm sure by now it should have been known. Suffice to say that even at the extreme provocation that the Buddha people have been giving us, we have avoided, and our supporters have avoided any form of violence. And that gives us confidence that the people of Mbeere North will wake up and go and, as they have always done, peacefully choose their member of parliament without any violence. But I may hasten to add that, of course, there is an unusual number of unmarked cars, vehicles without number plates, without registration numbers, that crisscrossing the entire constituency. One would imagine that actually there is an outbreak of Boko Haram in this place, or Al-Shabaab. But we believe that is meant to intimidate the voters in this constituency. But we have spoken to them. We have told them not to get distracted by whatever forms of shenanigans. Those vehicles are carrying people who are obviously unknown to many of the residents of the areas that they are in. In fact, as Mukunji has said, all the hotels are fully booked in this area and in Embu town. So that should tell you that the government of William Ruto is still hell-bent on wasting public funds on a matter that is so simple. It just requires persuasion to go and talk to electorates. So persuade them. Tell them what it is that you've done for them, because you've been in office for the last 3 years. So all they needed to do is just come and tell them you've done this and this and the other. But instead, what have we seen? Just promise upon promise, just like it was in 2022. Let me also add that, unfortunately, I've had also some claim that we are going to have agents who are not registered voters, just to teach the claimants. And I believe that claim was made by our local governor, Cecily Mbarire. An agent is appointed by a principal. In this case, our candidates or any candidates has the constitutional right to appoint any qualified person to be their agent. And unless Cecily Mbarire has forgotten, I mean, just the other day, 2022, she had appointed agents from TESM. And we did not complain, because what they go to do, what an agent goes to do in a polling station, is to protect the interests and safeguard the interests of the principal, the appointing authority. Yes.
I have two very quick questions. I would want you to answer them separately, though they are sort of the same question. Do you trust the IEBC to deliver a credible election tomorrow? 1. 2, do you trust the police to protect the sanctity of the vote process tomorrow?
To say that I trust would be, for me, I would be lying to myself. Not when, why are you saying vehicles without registration plates? What are the police doing? Are these the same people that we are supposed to trust? What has IEBC done? Remember I told you yesterday, IEBC has said that there will be extra security provided by people, security officers, who will not be in uniform. Yet, the IEBC, and I believe the chairman is some lawyer, he knows that the High Court has ruled that police officers must wear a uniform. They must be easily identifiable. In a situation such as the one we have, which is just voting, the voter needs to see that this is a police officer and go and vote. When you say you are providing security by people who are in strange attire, not in police uniform, what are you saying? You create doubt. Those are people we believe who are meant to cause chaos. But we have also spoken to our people, told them, should anybody bring chaos? Obviously, we are not also other dogs. We should be able to meet whatever force. Force should be met by force. So nobody should imagine that they are coming here to intimidate people.
Force to be met by force, is that an incitement?
No. If you bring force, people are going to vote. They are not coming. They are not going to fight. They are only armed with an ID card and possibly a voter's card. No more. And remember, it is the government side that has been saying that they want people to vote and then take a photo to show, to go and claim money. Just right now, where Cecily Barriere was making her statement, what were they doing? We're meeting several leaders, MCAs, members of parliament, giving them money to go and give people. They have actually, I'm aware that they have agreed that they will be on the line, in the villages, on the various routes, giving people 300 shillings. I think they have come down. Maybe Ruto was amekaza amefunga kama kidogo. Mfereji imeleta tabu. Lakini kwa sababu bado iko, wacha tukamue ng'ombe. Haitasaidia hiyo pia.
Questions, colleagues? Yeah? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Asante sana.
Chungi bendera hatuna haja nayo sisi.
Chonyoto.
Haya.
Wale que se